They just don't say anything. They're just there. And for me and you, as we're growing our businesses alongside of one another, it's so important, so impactful to engage and say hi. And also to know some people will take their time. Right now in your life, in your world, in your community, there are people that are watching you, that are reading you, that are listening to you, and you have no idea. So, invitation this week to show up as if the world is watching. And one day they will be. They already are. Handfuls of people are right now. So, Amber Hagberg here, coming at you live from Costa Rica. I'm so excited to dive into our Monday marketing magic and the 3 secrets to sold out retreats. We have announced the new program coming forward and through. It's such a dream and such an accident, really, for me to become a retreat coach facilitator. I'll just tell you a little story before we dive into the details. I was in a mastermind coaching container at the end of last year, and one of the women was in the midst of launching a retreat. So she was asking our coach for some feedback. And actually, at the exact same time, my coach, who was hosting the mastermind, was in the midst of hosting a retreat, or launching a retreat rather. And everyone was really questioning, like, are retreats profitable? Are they worth it? How do you do it? All the logistics. And there I was, being the little mini supporter I was, coaching my coach on how to hold the vision of the retreat, on how to market it, as well as some of the other entrepreneurs that were in the coaching container. And that's where I accidentally created the sold out retreat mini course. The sold out retreat mini course that I created back in September, November of last year has had over 450 other aspiring retreat leaders, which has been super cool because dozens of them have already created and launched and sold out their retreats within just a couple months. And I really got to see the potential of what could happen when we get to do it together, with all the, the heaviness that comes into a retreat. There's a lot that you're putting together. I always say, like, retreats are not for you if you don't want to do work, because you're preparing and you're curating an experience where your clients don't have to think. They get to arrive and they get to be held in your energy and in your magic. And in that, you're creating, you're hosting, and then afterwards, you're helping them to integrate. So retreats are this all around vessel of transformation that takes commitment and devotion. It's a lot of work. And in that, you can make a lot of money, but you'll have to be really committed to creating such a transformational space, and to be devoted to yourself and to doing the work. Because retreats are also an initiation for you to grow and to become. When we are teachers, hosts, facilitators, guides, we too are growing. All of us are on a mission together to become the best versions of ourselves. Hence to why last week I launched and shared my 21-day becoming challenge, alongside of how to host a retreat and how to become a successful retreat leader, is to be devoted to the inner work. So if you're still on the becoming challenge, comment below and let us know how it's going. I know that it can be really exciting in the beginning to be like, yes, I'm going to do a challenge. Yes, I'm going to host a retreat. And then your shit comes out. And then things happen. And are you really willing to do the work that it takes to be the catalyst for deep change in your students' lives? Retreats allow us to go so much deeper with our students and to help for long lasting change aside from teaching classes. So I want to share with you the 3 secrets to hosting retreats. I'm going to share my screen now and just let me know how this is landing for you. If you're here, say hi into the comments and let me know that you're here. Perfect. Let's do this. So just a little backdrop about who I am. I know that I still sometimes get emails and questions about like, where the heck did Ryan go, the former CEO of Modern Yoga Teacher, and follow your passion. When you are passionate about what it is that you do, you're going to be wildly successful. Amber Hagberg here, yoga teacher, podcast host of Amplified Impact. Perhaps you're listening to this on the podcast. Thank you for being here, for listening. I have been a retreat facilitator and business coach for multi-passionate entrepreneurs for almost a decade now. 7 years ago, I left the United States to follow my dream to run retreats around the world. I've led dozens in Costa Rica, in Bali, Morocco, Australia, India, and being able to travel while bring people with me and create these experiences allowed me to be in places that I always dreamed to go, and then to bring like-minded people that I absolutely love to go on the journey with me. I became a mama in 2022, and being a mom has been the most transformational journey as well. And one thing, that's why I created Becoming, the challenge, the 21-day challenge of Becoming. I'll drop the link here and also into the show notes. If you haven't started the 21-day challenge of Becoming, highly recommend. It for me was like, I want to be the best yoga teacher. I want to be the best business coach. I want to be the best retreat facilitator. I want to be the best mom. I want to be the best version of me, because now I'm an example for this tiny little creature that is like mirroring my every single move. I built my online business, really went all in when I got put into lockdown in India in an Ayurvedic ashram. It was just me, my yoga mat, another yogi, and my computer, and really was able to create wild success and become super passionate about helping others do the same. Today, we're going to cover why it matters when you name your retreat, how to choose the right location, and of course, how to make sure that it's profitable, because there is a lot of work that goes into creating a retreat. But I have really found that there's this anatomy to creating a retreat where it gets to be fun, and it gets to be like curating this epic recipe that's your unique process. And then also the secret to selling more spots so that you don't have to put thousands of dollars down before you have retreaters signed up. Something that I teach in business and I also teach in retreats is you want to make sure that there's proof of concept, proof of desire in your community before you go and create it. So what we want to do is be able to market your retreat and get the first 1 to 2 to 3 people signed up. That is your money to put down on your retreat center so that it's not your nervous system like waiting until the last minute for someone to sign on. The first secret is your passion and your why. If you can't already tell by now, I am so passionate about teaching. I love teaching. That's how I became a yoga teacher. That's how I became a yoga self-love coach. That's how I became a business coach. That's how I've become a yoga retreat facilitator coach, because I love to teach, because I know where I was before I learned how. And so when you look at why the heck do you want to do this, let passion be your number one driver. Instead of you focusing on how it's going to happen, put your energy and attention into why you want to do it. When I was first learning how to launch retreats, I didn't focus on how, I just did it. And I learned how along the way, which is why I made tons of mistakes and it's costed me thousands of dollars. So helping other people learn how to do it takes the legwork away for you. And this is the purpose. Getting clear on your why is going to help you understand, what is it that you want to do? Because when you're looking at the name of your retreat, this is how you're going to attract certain type of people. When you look at your passion and your purpose, you're going to look at, okay, who would want to retreat like this? And I'm going to give you just a few examples here. Punta Gabriela, luxurious retreat. This retreat is like luxury. It's pamper me. It's extravagant. You might be marketing this to business owners or executives or someone that is more in the luxurious industry. Whereas Light Up Your Life retreat sounds more of like this spiritual inner healing. And this is a retreat that I hosted when I was 6 months pregnant. And it also became a 6-week program. I hosted the retreat, had 12 people sign up, 6 months pregnant. And then I hosted the 6-week program and I had 15 people sign up. So having a program and a retreat that smashed together is one epic way to be able to create income on the back end of a retreat. And for me, spiritual transformation, inner growth, and inner healing is what I strive for in my retreats. It's also what I strive for in my coaching. Deep transformation. That's what I love to hold space for. That's what I'm devoted to. Whereas me, Amber, many years ago, I hosted a retreat, Bodhi Surf and Yoga retreat. And this is more like salty feet, sandy experience. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to surf. Let's adventure. Each one of these retreats is going to attract different types of people. So when you're looking at passion, why, what type of experience do you want to hold? Because that's what's going to attract your community at the retreat. And so when we're building a brand and a business that we want to add retreats to that, think about who's in your community, or are you starting over and attracting new? Because when you're hosting a retreat, you have to hang out with, or you get to hang out with these people for an entire week. So we have to be really good in our marketing and our messaging. That, like, what I like to say is, it's your get lost on an island tribe where, like, they're your best friends. You just get to grow deeper with your students at the retreat. So a lot of clarity and deep reflection on why retreats and who your retreats are for, because that's going to help you to formulate the name of your retreat. And once you know the name, once you know the why, then you're going to attract your tribe, which is the funnest part, aside from being at the retreat with the tribe that you attracted. This is me, my first retreat post Amani. He was 5 months old. We had the best time. Secret number 2. Maybe you've heard this before in business. If you want to start a brick and mortar, things are different in the online world now because we each have our own platform right from the centers of our home. But location. Where will you host the retreat? VRBO, Airbnb, the retreat center. Because when it comes to choosing the location, you have to think about, okay, I choose the name, I choose the outcome. Now that I know who I want, where does your people want to go? Where does your people want to travel to? When you think about the location and you think about who you're marketing to, you want to think about the activities that you desire. In the Sold Out Retreat Immersion, we talk about getting clear on the how. So when you know what you want to do at the retreat, what transformation, the how is going to be your different modalities. Yoga, meditation, dance, coaching, therapy, nature, water. How are you going to curate the vessel of transformation? When you think about location, you want to make sure that you host it in a location that has easy access or easy ability to travel to these different places that you'll need. When you look at, are you renting out a space like VRBO, Airbnb, where it's just you and your retreaters? Or are you going to get a retreat center where there's going to be outsiders? That it's not just going to be your tribe, it's going to be other people. That can really have a pro, because now your retreaters are going to meet people that you didn't even attract, and amazing connections can happen this way. It depends on how deep you're going in the retreat and if you want outsiders' energy in there. Every location has a pro and a con, which is why for you, these are the things that you want to consider. How many people will you be hosting maximum? How big is the space in relation to beds and people? As someone who has led over 22 yoga teacher trainings and dozens of retreats, in my personal opinion, having one facilitator for every 6 to 8 people is a sweet spot. If you're the only retreat facilitator and you have 18 to 24 people in a week experience, are you really going to be able to connect to each one of those people? It's good to have someone by your side. Or for me, when I'm hosting bigger retreats, my chef is an epic space holder. So I'm actually not doing this 100% alone. I have someone there holding space for me as well. And then when you think about how many people to how many beds, think about how many bathrooms as well. Bathrooms are really important. If you have 24 people and only 3 bathrooms, that might be a little bit of a problem. Is the kitchen large enough for your private chef? Is there a place for you to provide meals where everyone can eat together? How many tables are there to sit and eat? Is there a pool? Is there outdoor space? How many people can your yoga deck hold? Something that you want to think about is like when you're holding space for this level of transformation, hello, trigger warnings. It's important to have space, people to go into their own areas, especially in retreats, the ability to hold space while giving other people the space to process. Super important. You don't want to cram too much energy into one place, or you're going to have to do a lot of work to process that energy. When you know your who and your why, this is going to help you to pick the perfect location for your dream retreaters, because then you get to craft this experience in the right location for their budget, right? So if you're hosting a surf retreat, it's going to be more budget of a retreat. Whereas if you're hosting a luxurious retreat, it's going to be more top dollar. When you're looking at who and why, your community, the type of people you attract, the space, the energy, the transformation that you want to hold, there's going to be a price point. Oftentimes, when I'm working privately with my one-on-one clients and helping them to host out their retreat, we look at the price point. And some people will charge $1,000 for a retreat, and other people will charge $7,000 for a retreat. Neither one is correct. It's correct for the right audience. So never looking outside of yourself for the price, rather than looking at your community and the value that they'll hold around the retreat that you're presenting to them, which comes into the final secret to make it profitable. You deserve to get paid big money, because retreats are not an easy thing to do. It can be fun, it can be worth it, but you want to make sure that you budget in a way that you're getting paid for all the work that you're doing, which is why knowing who you're marketing to is so important. Because if you try to sell a budget retreat to people that want luxury, they might not sign up, and vice versa. which you need enough people to sign up to make it profitable. To make sure that your retreat is profitable, you want to play with numbers ahead of time. Yes, go do some market research. Where are you hosting your retreat? Costa Rica, cool. Dominical, Costa Rica, cool. Go to the retreat centers there, type in retreats, and find out what people are charging. Not because you're going to charge your retreat price, you're going to charge based on what other people are doing for their retreats, because it's going to give you evidence that it's already happening in a location that you desire to go to, and you get to see what they're actually doing. Maybe you want to charge a little more, maybe you want to charge a little less. You're not doing this to copy other people. You're doing this as a confidence booster and evidence that it's possible. Someone else is doing it. When you know someone else is doing it, then you know it's possible for you. When we're playing with numbers, think about what's included: room and board, transportation to and from the airport, food, daily activities, excursions, guest speakers. What is included? And then you want to write down the price for every single thing for each person. This is going to give you your budget. And people also want to know what's not included. You'll get questions all the time. Is airfare included? Is transportation included? Is the food included? Are these activities included? What you don't want to do is have things that are not included be a surprise to your retreaters, because they're going to be upset when they're at the retreat and they're like, yeah, there is wine and cacao tasting, but you have to pay $15. They're going to be like, what? I'm on a retreat. Why should I be paying? I already paid you so much money. And it'll devalue the experience if there's surprises. So first things first, always look at what's included and what's not included. And then when you create your budget, put everything in an Excel spreadsheet, do the math 5 times, ask a friend to do the math for you, and then ask yourself, this is the price, this is the investment per person with the retreat center, VRBO, Airbnb. How many clients do I need to just break even? How much do I need to charge? What you want to do is look at how much it is for all of the activities that are included, the food, the retreat center, all of it in a budget per person, your per person price, and then double that. Bare minimum, you want to double it. And then you're going to look at, once you double the pricing, you're going to go and look at how many people do I need to just break even when I double the price? How many people do I need to make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000? And you're gonna start to play with numbers. Some people, to choose the price of a retreat, it's just intuition. This retreat is gonna be $2,500. Whereas other people will do the math. Okay, I want to get paid this many hours for this many classes, and they're more of a logical mind. Intuition, logic, it doesn't matter how you come up with the price. What matters is that it feels good for you and that you are 100% behind the price. There's so many other things to put into play here, like what type of room is it? Do I share a room? How far am I from here? These other details. But for right now, I just want you to think about the bare minimum, $5,000, $10,000, once you pick the retreat center. Once you know what's included, you double the price. Here's 3 things to do if it's not selling yet. Check in with your energy, your thoughts, and your mindset. Is there any doubt? Do you have any limiting beliefs? Then go read your sales page, the content that you're putting out there, your emails, your social media. Go and be devil's advocate. Go be bird's eye view and see, would you buy it? Are you really selling it? Because sometimes we're selling, but then we're actually not selling. So go and look. Are you actually selling? And then offer a one-time bonus for the next X amount of people that sign up. So, for example, right now I'm in the midst of launching my December retreat here in Costa Rica. In the month of May, I did $250 off per person when you sign up with a friend. In the month of May, right now, this month, I'm doing a bonus where you get access to my program, Manifestation Activation, how to manifest anything in your life that you desire, as well as Wealth and Ease, how to become financially free. If you want access to either of those programs for only $55, you can send me a message as well. Those are two master classes that I've done that are like 5 series long and 3 series long, but I'm including those into the retreat for the month of May with a really epic payment plan of only $360 for the next 5 months. This is for anyone that wants to work on money mindset, wants to work on manifestation, and also desires a payment plan. And then that way, you're getting people to sign on. You're making it super easy for them to say yes, while you're also over giving and educating them along the way. You just want to give from a place of like, I want this for you so much, and I believe in you so much that when you start to take the steps to make this retreat yours, I'm here holding you every step of the way, because there's going to be people that want to do a retreat, they don't have the money yet. I've had people follow me for years and be like, one day, until it's the day. And they're like, Amber, I'm coming to Costa Rica this year. And I'm so excited. And that's what you want to do. When it comes to creating urgency, you want to make sure that the urgency is real. For example, the next 3 spots, save $200. Sign up before June 1st and get access to manifestation, activation, and wealth and ease. Book now and save $200. Book today and receive an extra one-on-one call with me. That's something that I'm doing for the sold out retreat immersion. For the first 3 people that sign up, they got a one-on-one coaching call with me, which there's one spot left. And that's real urgency, because I don't have the time and space as a mother to offer a free bonus call to anyone else. But what I want to do is hold the space for someone that's like, I want this and I want to work closer with you, Amber. Okay, the one-on-one call, literally, the one-on-one call makes the entire sold out retreat immersion value worth it, not even mentioning all the bonuses that are included into the immersion. Another way that you can get people to sign on, which I mentioned this to you, I did in April, bring a friend, book with your bestie, and receive $500. There's a couple of reasons why I love to do it this way. One of the reasons is 2 people, 2 spots. Another reason is I've had several retreats where best friends come together, and the depth that they go through, the healing that comes. It's so magical to watch and witness best friends. They've been best friends their whole lives. They come to the retreat and they go another layer of the onion deeper together. So they get to experience the transformation of a retreat together, but you also get 2 signups to start booking out your retreat that much quicker. Bring a friend and save 15%. Give incentive to someone to come with. Another way that you can do this, which I've played with as well, is having someone, an apprentice, which would be great for you if you've already sold 12 spots and you want to sell 12 more spots, but you don't want to hire someone to come and lead the retreat with you. You want to hold the retreat yourself, but you bring another space holder. So this can be a previous client, a student, a family member. And this, I really do highly recommend having there be a small apprenticeship fee so that they're invested. I've experienced it, and other friends have experienced it as well, is that when someone comes to the retreat for free and they're working with you, if they don't have the same worth ethic and devotion that you do to your students, they might be there on their retreat, their vacation, and not giving and holding the space of the container and the way that someone would if they were financially invested into the retreat. That is for you to decide your own intuition on what really feels good for you there. The final thing that I'll share with you is include it in online offers. So in my Live Your Yoga mentorship that I hosted, I had 125 women throughout the last couple of years, is that the Live Your Yoga retreat was included in the pricing for the program. So you get a free retreat. And this can be something where it's more of a high ticket container where you're working with someone for 6 months to a year, and included in that investment is the retreat. One of the reasons that I really love this is, one, you'll only have to sell one thing and then you get a retreat spot. But two, it allows people that go through the programs with you to come on a retreat together. So they take their online relationship and they really get to go deeper together in person, which I really love to see that transformation in my clients and their relationships. Just remember that right now you're building trust and brand recognition. You want to show up online, share your humanness, create content around your zone of genius. So when you're creating a retreat, you have your transformation that you're promising. When you're looking at the how you're going to do this, how you're going to deliver it, begin to share your zone of genius online. Go live and be active so that your community can see you in that space of your vulnerability, your relatability, and also your expertise, and show that you're able and capable of holding space and really seeing others where they are. Be sure that when you're creating content online that you're selling the experience. Paint a picture so that they can see and feel themselves there. Imagine if. Picture this, you and me under the stars in the hot springs, looking out at the volcano in Costa Rica. That is going to be my retreat experience here in December. We're going to be bathing in the hot springs under the stars. In the hot springs, you can see the volcano at night. It's magical. And that in and of itself is worth it, let alone all the things that we'll be doing together. So when you're selling it, think about what makes it special. Where can I see myself? How can I imagine myself there? And really begin to paint a picture. Sometimes we try to sell the retreat by selling the details, but oftentimes we buy from a place of feeling. And then lastly, use the referral system incentives. 15 to 20% off for any business client or friend. So you can have people sharing this for you to your community, and then you give them 15% of the investment. And I did this for years. It wasn't that successful for me, but I also was living here in Costa Rica and just emailing people. I find that when it's a referral based, you have a deeper relationship with the person that is referring your retreat. I hope that you find this helpful. Be sure to share in the comments if anything surprised you, if you're planning on leading a retreat soon, and I will talk to you on the internet. If you have any questions about the sold out retreat immersion, I am going to go into the details about this. So if you've had your share of learning and that's it for now, I will talk to you later. But if you're excited about hearing the journey that we can go on together, then stick around. The sold out retreat immersion is where I'm going to be holding your hand every step of the way. We'll be creating your vision, the who, how, where, what, why. We're going to dive into choosing your location, as well as planning out your retreat from start to finish, the daily schedule, the activities that you'll include. One piece of advice that I'll tell you now is less is more at a retreat. Sometimes we want to give and create transformation in such a deep way that we just like bombard them and they're like, they need a vacation after the retreat. So less is more. We'll make sure to budget your retreat to make around $10,000 or more. All of the legalities, the insurance, the travel insurance, everything that you need just to make sure that you're safe before, during, and after the retreat. And then also how you can add upsells into your retreat experience to make sure that you can add more money onto the back end, but also to help with integration. We want to make sure that the retreats are transformational in the retreat experience, but also that our students are able to integrate the transformation into their lives post-retreat. And that's great to add into upsells. If you're feeling the pull to start preparing for your sold out retreat this year, we begin on June 1st. This is an entire 2-month experience. All the calls will be live and recorded. You get lifetime access. It's a one-time fee investment of $497, or you can make 4 monthly payments of only $150. Now, if you're like, okay, which one do I want to do? It's really up to you if you want to make that one-time investment now or have it over a 4-month period. I know that sometimes it makes our nervous system to feel safe to do the payment plan. The next thing that I just want to let you know is if you sign up before May 25th, we have 4 bonuses for you. The first bonus is going to be my done for you email, slides, and Facebook, as well as Instagram. What I want to do is give you plug and play emails that you can put all your retreat content into. Plug and play Facebook and email slides that you can put your retreat content into, so that you don't have to focus so much on the marketing aspect, but rather that you're able to focus on curating the retreat and really being in your own zone of genius. And then we're also going to give you 118 journal prompts that you can pick and choose which ones you want to use for your retreat based on really what journal questions are in alignment. This is something that tons of the sold out retreat mini course people were asking me for. And I'm like, ooh, we need to add this into the immersion. And then the final thing that I'll share with you is we're giving away the Modern Healer Video Pro, so that you're able to capture and create epic video content that will help you in your marketing online, but it's also going to give you the ability to make better video content at your retreat, where you'll be able to sell your next retreat with this epic material. So in that, if you have any questions for me, I'm getting dozens of questions in email, on Instagram, Facebook. It doesn't matter where you reach out to me, just ask me the questions and then I'll share them on Facebook, on Instagram, so that your question helps another aspiring retreat leader and their question helps you, etc., etc. I'm really, 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 really excited. I just went live on my Facebook and on my stories, just like thinking about this experience that we're going to be co-creating together, walking side by side, creating, launching, and selling our retreat this year. All right. I love you all. Bye.